pa. Tambakan natin.
Guys, tatambakan daw ako, guys.
Sports presenting an exciting Monday night game. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke.
Diyan ka? Ito ka kaya kasi pa. Sud ka.
Kaya mo yung kapaka matalo. Parang saan mo.
Wala niya. Ayan, patungan mo, ma.
Sige, patungan mo lang.
Ano?
Sa'yo na, ikaw na lang papatong, sasabihin mo pa.
The Force, our reporter. And how about we check the numbers for Michael Porter? And he's gone cold over the last 2 games.
His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight.
Sila, dudulis na yung bowling yun pag nag-triple.
That's not good. Halliburton and Emhart are 1 and 2. And it's Turner in at the 5. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Halliburton, and he parries his first look. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Aston Emhart, beyond the arc, nails it from 3.
This is why coaches love Tyrese Halliburton. Just plays the right way.
Outside Porter. Now Jokic. Turner covers, and Jokic throws it down.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Halliburton against Murray. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Jokic. Here's Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You've got to be a good team to reach that feat.
First
quarter and about a minute and a half in. Halliburton against Murray.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. So fast and supremely confident.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, BA, how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Now Halliburton. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Jokic against Turner. Free throw line jumper, and the basket by Jokic. Jokic has got 8.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Now here's Halliburton. Siakam with a screen on Murray. Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Siakam outside. Now Emhart launches it. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Here's Brown, defended by Halliburton. Picked it out of midair. Siakam. Siakam gets double. Another shot. It's all in by the Nuggets. last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the pride out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over. And Denver making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And we have some numbers from the real NBA. The 2K league
That is his name, Mark.
the Nuggets, number 1. In third, the Pacers.
And both of these teams know how to score. Evidenced by how fluid both squads are on offense and how they run their sets.
Pacers trail by 5. Halliburton looking for an opening. And Indiana misses again.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Westbrook, the pass to Murray. Here's Jokic. Out to Gordon. And again, another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists, piling them up all year long.
And he and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play.
A guard who can do it all. Halliburton is solid at feeding the rock to his guys.
Siakam against Gordon. Westbrook left side. And here's Porter outside. Siakam pulls down the board. Pacers trail by 5. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
Here's Murray. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Porter finds Westbrook. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Jokic passes to Westbrook. Clock at 2. Porter from outside. Indiana with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Siakam in the post. Defended by Gordon. Siakam, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Denver. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Westbrook. Goes back up. All alone. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Russell Westbrook will seek the mid-range to get himself started offensively. That's the comfort zone right there.
Outside Neesmith. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton up top. Back to Turner. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You can see how comfortable Miles Turner is on the interior. He knows he has the size and length to dominate.
Westbrook finds Jokic.
Ang kulit ng open ni Westbrook. Ganado sa
Back to
buhay.
Westbrook. That falls.
Wow.
Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got his 3rd assist of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. Between the scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. We'll be right back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Denver.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Walker. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then it's Toppin, and it's Matherin in at the 3. Here's Strawler. Out to the wing. Pass to Westbrook. From the arc. Hits the trigger. Westbrook's got 7 points.
Russell Westbrook wants to keep the defense honest, so he'll make just enough three-point shots to do exactly that.
Outside Walker.
At the rate, nalitaw sa akin.
Toppin outside. Here's Matherin. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Doris, no secret how talented the international players are in the NBA, especially those from Canada.
Yeah, we've seen a number of Canadians come in and have a high level of impact for their team. For Matherin, think about his availability his rookie year, played in almost every game. And this guy is a legit scorer at this level.
Now here's Matherin. It is last outing 8 points for him. Inside. Fast break, here we go. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Porter. Porter's got 3 assists tonight.
Russell Westbrook always dangerous. This guy keeps constant pressure on your defense.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here's Westbrook, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. They beat the Nuggets during the last encounter in Denver.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Pass to Saric. Matherin brings the double team. Westbrook, the pass to Porter. Here's Strother. Fires for 3. The shot comes out. And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 4. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
Porter, the pass to Saric. Walker with a steal. And they're running. Right side Matherin. Outside Walker. From downtown. Knocks down the long J. Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. On the wing, Porter. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Halliburton into the lane.
Gago, hindi kasi sa kanya eh.
Out of bounds to Indiana. And focusing on the small forward position here, the top rebounders at that spot this season. Second is Michael Porter.
And their work on the glass plays such a key part in pretty much all of their games. I mean, they play bigger than other small forwards in this league.
Yeah, this is a very physical group of players, and all with a great nose for the ball. They don't shy away from getting down low and pounding the boards with the big guys. In fact, they just thrive on it.
Now, that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Matherin with a steal. 1:57 left in the first half. Halliburton goes. And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Indiana?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Nikola Jokic has checked in for Denver. Watson comes in for Michael Porter. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Neesmith comes in for Tyrese Halliburton. On the wing, Nembhard, defended by Murray. There's Neesmith with the 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray looking around. He can't get it to go.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. It's 2-on-1. Pushing it up now. There's Brown. The rebound by Turner.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Siakam with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Pass to Turner.
Uy,
And he drops
wala,
it
wala.
off the glass.
Nagpapalit.
Turner's got his second basket.
I just love the ball move.
To the wing on the left. And here's Jokic outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 17-7 run. There's 25 seconds left in the second. Turner passes to DeMar. From outside, off the mark. Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Murray. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Murray's got 6.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Outside Matherin.
Uy. Bobo na bitaw.
So a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Indiana ahead.
Kala ko si Siakam kasi
Join us
mag-screen.
right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey everybody, I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You know, right now for Denver, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title. These guys will be tough to beat in the 7-game series.
And now looking at the Pacers in this one, no separation to be found from either side.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
8 points si Jokic. 6 points sa first quarter.
8. Miss ko 7.
Kahit ba yan?
Wala, late na pumasok eh.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one. As both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what Russell Westbrook has done in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Clock is at 3. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Rebounded by Denver.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Porter finds Murray. Shoots over Neesmith. Oh, nice D from Neesmith. Indiana leading by 3. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Of course, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, BA, because whenever he's out there, there's this steadying presence he brings. And
Hindi nila pwede ko na pinigilan. Sana mas lang block yun.
his competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
Now here's Porter. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Brown passes to Murray. Halliburton with the steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. Neesmith with it. Checked by Gordon.
Pick
Pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Goes out of bounds. By Murray.
Still yun eh.
As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You look at Indiana, they've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now.
Checking out Indiana, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm
Isa-
sure they're
isa
not
na kami niyan.
satisfied just being right at the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push push as the season winds down.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the bucket by the Pacers. Murray passes to Jokic. Now Gordon. Rebounded by Halliburton.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Oh, Jokic with the block.
Tinulog sa ilalim ng kilikili nila.
Long arms, managing to get his hand on the ball and knock it away.
Uy, sino ka ba?
This guy is
Oo naman siya, Kam. Nagkakalit ka ka MVP ka?
assertive scoring the ball.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grand Hill types out there these days.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Gordon against Siakam. Pass to Jokic. Foul on Tyrese.
Nice.
That'll be a second. Indiana making a switch here. Mathurin's checked in. Porter finds Murray. And again, Denver no good. Indiana leading by 4.
Uy, di mo tinuloy. Bobo mo naman.
Murray against Mathurin. Pass to Porter. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Porter's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Good awareness by Murray.
Sa'yo talaga.
Sees a hole in the defense and feeds
Saging.
the exploited.
Sa'yo talaga. Sa'yo talaga.
That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And Denver making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And let's have a look at the teams who have racked up the most fast break points using real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Nuggets, number 1. The Pacers in 5th.
I'll tell you what, the breakneck pace both of these teams like to play at is a fun thing to watch. Neither scored yet another assist. He's been piling up the assists this year.
That last assist, he's tied for the most in a single season in franchise history. Wow. Turner, no good. And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. The Pacers have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. On the wing, Nembhard. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Westbrook.
He just looks so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And once again, off the mark by Indiana.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so
Yan
far
si Idol po.
he is struggling to make anything go down.
I-check pa.
Jokic against Siakam. Jokic in the post. 4 on the clock. Here's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Open yun.
And here's Halliburton. 10 points for him.
Oh,
Halliburton with the tough floater.
When Halliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
The definition of a stretch 5. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks and he can hit a 3.
It's such a valuable asset for this basketball team.
wala si
Turner is on the floor. You've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Saric checks in for the Nuggets. Watson comes in for Jamal Murray. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. McConnell comes in for Tyrese Halliburton.
Uy, tutukan niya yan. Gawutin niya yan.
Jokic passes to Saric. It's tipped.
Huling up.
Aggressive defense from top and
Oh, wala.
send it back.
Indiana's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4.
Oh, gusto.
Nembhard outside.
Pansit. Nembhard na to.
Siakam. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Charge against McConnell. The Pacers again can't hit. And the Nuggets shooting the rock well at 46%. Denver calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Westbrook taking his time here. He takes it in, and stolen by McConnell. And will have
taking his time to make bigay sa amin.
He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game, and every quarter
This
of
possession
the game.
matters, eh?
Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward
Gary,
that.
tagal pala nag-isip.
End of the third, and it's tied up. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4.
Boom.
Hindi nyo na nakikita jump shot nila sa
Then, nasabi niya na yun.
sabi.
Parang yun yung nag-work sa kanya.
Ito mo si Jordan.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Then, si Sean Mario.
A magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Saan pala ulit ni Gold?
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Walker. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Toppin in at the center position. Westbrook. That one no good. Great D that time from Halliburton. And the Pacers shooting at about 44% so far. Pass to McConnell on the take. And he banks in the layup. McConnell's got his first points of the night.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. Well, that's the second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Here's Halliburton.
Putan!
It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Poked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Amen!
Jordan's
Sabay
in
sab.
charge. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell.
So, ayun, ganda na.
Siakam with it. Back to Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. And then Siakam with the chance.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
Pass to Brown. Over to the left wing. Here's Westbrook. He's guarded by Nembhard. Westbrook can't hit.
Pinaban pa ako dun.
Indiana leading.
Indiana leading.
Here's Turner, covered by Jordan. And then Turner with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Westbrook. And counted from 12 feet.
Boy, let's remember, Russell Westbrook has an MVP trophy in his closet. This guy is working right now. You've got to get into him and make it tough.
Pass to Turner. Ooh,
Lead
stolen by Jordan.
Wrong direction.
To the inside. Here's Brown.
Why?
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to
Iba
the
niya na yun
line.
doon sa kahit ang wala.
They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented
And so he makes both from the line. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Turner. Siakam for 3. It's a 3-pointer.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range. Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
Here's Murray to the paint.
Eh, wala yan.
Jordan misses.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
To the middle. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
Pascal Siakam. Improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Fighting for the rebound, making sure they take back possession.
Here's Jokic. Got a piece of it. Pacers leading by 4. No question, this offense has some firepower.
They're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Halliburton finds Turner. Siakam outside. Shot clock at 5.
Sayang, dakat na nga rin ako.
Murray against Halliburton.
Nice foul.
Forcing his way to the rim.
Tatlo ka na.
Going in there.
Di tayo abot ng out
With
niya.
a foul.
All right, guys, let's
Nice,
get your
good
take
foul.
on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
The other thing that's been impressive is it really just relentless
Uy,
driving the basketball. No matter the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Clutch, ano?
This is why they go to Murray in critical
Hindi ko
spots
mga
of the
ginalaw
game.
ko.
He just knows how to come through.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Over Murray. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
To the inside. Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole
Uy!
tone. It helps your opponent get into a
Ano
rhythm.
yun? Ito na ko eh.
And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Halliburton outside. Porter pulls it
Ay,
in.
may ikot pa balik.
Nuggets trail by 3. Murray finds Jokic. Gordon outside. And another dime for him.
Nobody has been a better floor general in the history of this team than he has. Unparalleled vision.
And his name's now at the very top of the list in franchise assists. That's a record that might be in the books for them.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
The drive by Murray. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown to take the lead. They get it
Ano
again.
naman basta ano?
And here's Gordon from the arc.
Agad! Lumalabas ito.
Murray with it. Tries yet again. Now Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Yeah!
Bad trip, lumalabas ito. Okay rito.
And in these moments, Jokic shines
Dalawang position. Ay, dalawang... Ay, naku, Turner. Bukin ang ginagawa.
Calling time out here. There is a
Hindi ko
lot of
mabalik sa loob.
line, and
Lumalabas
he is
yung pag-switch ko.
determined to make sure everyone's
Masasabi
on the
niya.
same page.
Ano na yun? Okay lang, guys. Okay lang yun. Kaya natin ito yung Halliburton ito.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked to the team. Coach telling their team this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. Coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Halliburton.
Counted!
And the and he is on his way to the play. Free throw good. Halliburton.
Boy, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Perfect trip to the line to give
Halliburton
them a
yun eh.
three-point cushion. What poise.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
play prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a three. Of course, the D
Like the 3-point line.
No one said it was going to be easy.
5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter.
Walang pag-asa.
Big win by Indiana. And a tight
Pinandas ko na.
game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans. They really should
Kinabahan.
take this win to heart.
Sabi niya, ang ina, tatlo namang nagkalaban.
Twice as hard to
Matapi na.
All right, Allie's ready to
Matapi na
go. She's
TV.
courtside. Hey, Allie.
Pascal, these days, you work
Bago pa yung
hard to
mo lang, may
carry
inis na.
this team. Does that bring added pressure?
Pero si Siya ang pa yung interview, wala akong na pala eh.
And I just want to have fun playing the game.
Yung na pala ka dyan kay Siya.
Be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun, and I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
Double si York.
Ano sa pinyo ko niya?
Nako. Bayad doon ni Russell.
Ay, ito, no? Bakit?
Sa inyo, opo lang ako.
Ha?
Yan sa lumang kasulinahan.
Ba't
Bakit sinasoy? Ha?
Para mabilis ipasok mo ka.
Ano gagawin?
Isang mo lang.
Ito.
Madali na sa mo.
Madali ko lang. Ano ba yung susi, kuya?
Malay ko. Si Papa mo susi. Yung mga susi mo ngayon.
No.
Sa tinamagay ka susi doon. Si York ko nagkalat na. First quarter na magalit.
Kahit painom na na. Kaya hindi constipated lagi.
Hindi ka pa wala sa sarap na tubig.
Kanina nga. Iyak-iyak ako parang nililigo.
No? Wag mo pilitin, alam mo ba masamahin pag pinipilit? Wag mo i-rin. Hayaan mo kasi sumakit na sumakit yan mo. Tapos pag masakit ng sakit, saka mo siya.
Kaya lang ako niirit. Naramdaman ko ng lalabas. Niirit na.
Wag mo ay, sige, i-rin mo pala.
Labas lahat. Pero iring na iring. Di mo. Masama yun. Babawa at papakin na tulis mo.
Buti na siya.
Ako, ganun na ako. Constipated na ako. Iyak ako lahat. So, patayo pang ganyan. Makakalaw siya. Iyak ako. Iyak.
Kain ka pala second eh, no? Third, medyo tatlo. Asa na bawi part?
Bagay story na.